Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Praise, and I'm here with
Joy.
Yes, and today we're going to be interviewing people on the streets, asking them what they do for a living, if they have any advice that they can give, if you all want to be as successful as them, and let's see how that goes. Are you ready? So you can come with us. Do you mind if I ask you what you do for a living? I'm making a YouTube video like how to advise young people how they can be successful and if they want to make money, if you have any advice.
Everybody is different. Everybody has different potentials, and you have to go after what you have it. I'm in the stock market.
Potentially, how much can somebody make in the stock market industry?
Let me tell some people they're making millions. I'm not from those people that are making millions.
So approximately you would say you make like 6-7 figures a year.
A little bit more.
So guys, there you have it, the stock market industry, the booming industry. Thank you so much. And what's your name?
Simon.
Okay, thank you so much, Simone. Have a good rest of your day.
Okay, you too.
Thank you.
Guys.
I'm just a regular staff nurse. I went to school for 4 years.
Okay.
And I got my degree. Well, we have this thing in Ontario. Our wage is regulated. So we only make a certain amount of money and then it goes up by, I think, less than 1% a year.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say that our wage is livable, especially for Toronto. I feel like as nurses, we deserve a lot more. While we can't complain because of the money, we can't complain because we're doing selfless. But do I feel like we deserve more?
Yes, definitely. I mean, healthcare providers. I mean, they should be paid a lot, especially with COVID. We've seen how important they are.
Can I ask you what you do for a living?
I do construction,
Construction.
renovation, yeah.
Oh, what's the name of your company?
GTA Rano.
GT Rano.
It's kind of like my brother used to do it. He started, so I followed his path. And then it's just been 10 years now. That's what I do, yeah. I work for myself.
So in your field, would you say you make around 6-7 figures?
6 figures, yeah.
Oh, 6 figures a year. So that's pretty good. If you could give yourself your younger self an advice, what would you do differently?
It's better they get a pick a trait, what they like the most, and then they follow that path, and then just build it through. So that's the best way they go. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And your name?
Zach.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much, Dak. You too. What's your name, please?
Richard.
Okay, and I'm here with.
Katrin.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a record producer.
So you work in the music industry? Okay, and you?
I'm an artist.
Okay, for someone going into the field, entry level, how much can they expect to make?
But in the music industry?
Yes. Producer.
Oh God. It's almost impossible to make any money at all these days because nobody buys music anymore. This is the problem. You've got your Taylor Swifts and your Lady Gagas, and they make all the money. Beyonce, for instance, the Oprah Winfrey of R&B, and she's got all the money, and the rest of us apparently can go pound sand.
Approximately how much would you at your current stage make? Would you say 6 figures, 7 figures?
Not even close.
5 figures?
Yeah, more like 5. Yeah.
Okay, but that's still pretty good. For you as an artist currently, approximately how much do you make? Would you say 6 figures, 7 figures?
It's on what I'm doing. You know, that's all. Right now, there's nothing going on. You know, sometimes you make a couple of $100, and other times you don't.
Oh no, you can get like in the art business. You know, you can make a few hundred. You can make several, like thousands and thousands if you want. We just came from an opening actually where the cheapest painting there was $12,000, and it looked like somebody's cousin had painted it. So you know, but people were buying it, so somebody wants it. It varies wildly in both fields actually.
The thing is not to starve and to just, you know, try and do whatever you can, you know, with the stuff that you love to do.
Everyone's got talent, you know, like to get in the game, you got to have talent. You got to be the one that they can deal with. You know, I can think of off the top of my head, a dozen artists that, like recording artists that never got anywhere because people couldn't stand to work with them. And it's the same for acting. It's the same for being a painter too. Who wants a guy who's going to call you up at 3 o'clock in the morning with some problem? Nobody. That's who. So don't be that guy.
Yes, you have to be likable.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate you. And our audience that are watching, I'm sure they can take 1 or 2 things from you. Okay, so guys, we got a couple of people who were willing to talk to us about what they do for a living and how they're being successful in today's world. Let's see if we can get some more people to give you good advice, okay? Hi, can we ask you what you do for a living in Toronto?
Yeah, I'm a medical doctor.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you?
I work on a merger and acquisition team.
Oh, okay. Merger and acquisition. Okay, so approximately how much can someone make in your field? Would you say 6 figures, 7 figures?
Depends. Very. If you're a specialist, you can make up to, I'd say, average for medicine and general physicians, anywhere from like 200 to like 6, 7, 800,000.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's good. And what about you?
Definitely 6 figures.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone that wants to go into what you do? Like an advice for your younger self?
There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of long hours of studying. You're going to put aside your friendships, and it's amazing because investment in yourself, right? The struggle is it's not easy, it's difficult, but the end result's rewarding because you're a humanitarian, you're saving lives, you're doing what you love to do, so it's kind of a beautiful gift from God, right? Yeah.
Yes. And you?
Well, the school system's broken, so look for things that have a long life cycle and things that can never be replaced.
Right, right. Well, thank you so much. I didn't get your name.
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, thank you so much.
have a great week.
Have a good
Yeah,
day.
take care.
Thank you. I'm asking Toronto locals what they do for a living and if they have any advice for younger people that want to be successful.
Follow your passion. Whatever you love to do, then you'll be successful.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much. Take care.
Sorry, can we ask you what you do for a living?
I'm in a marketing company.
Marketing? Okay,
Yeah.
so for someone who is starting off, how much do you think they can make 6 or 7 figures estimatedly?
And how long?
Yes. How long? Like starting off as a marketer?
Oh. It depends. Like you can probably around $40,000-$50,000 maybe, depending on what company you start with and what skills you have, depending on that.
Okay, so if you have any advice for someone who wants to be successful in the industry, what will be the advice?
Marketing industry. Yes.
Honestly, interning somewhere maybe in like a bigger company to kind of see how they run things and what kind of skills, that they have. And then, maybe one day you can get a good placement somewhere, but starting out and being, just having a good work ethic and really, work your way up kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. What's your name?
My name's Ryan.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
What do you do for a living?
I work in marketing.
Oh, that's nice. So for someone in your position, would you say they could make 6 to 7 figures a year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had to count figures.
Would you say you like what you do? Do you think it's a good path that you followed?
Marketing is a good industry, I guess, to work in. It's a change for me. Wasn't what I went to school for. It's a third time career change.
So what did you go to school for?
Audiology and speech pathology.
Oh, so that's way off. Okay, so for someone that wants to break into the marketing industry, what advice do you have for them?
Get an MBA. I would say don't always go to school for a graduate degree, but for that, I would say.
Okay.
And if you can get into the tech industry, that's also a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kimberly.
Ah, you're so sweet.
Have a good day. Thank you.
I'm a social worker.
You're social worker.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, so do you love what you do?
I love what I do, yes.
Okay, so would you say you can make 5-6 figures a year doing what you do?
6 figures is hard. As a social worker, 6 figures is hard. Yeah.
So if you want to advise the younger generations who want to get into what you're doing and want to be successful, what would that advice be?
success is not just money. It's also job satisfaction, and that's what a lot of young people don't realize, right? So if you love what you're doing and you're not making that much money, that sometimes you feel happier than being in a job that pays you a lot of money, but you've got a bitch of a boss.
That's true. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Take care.
Take care. Before you retired, what were you doing?
I'm a special education teacher with the Toronto District School Board.
Oh, special education. Okay, so for someone who was in your position, how much typically do you think they could make? Would you say 6, 7 figures?
6.
6 figures? That's pretty good. So do you have any advice for someone that wants to go into the industry you worked in, and an advice if they want to be successful?
I tell them not to go into teaching.
Sorry, did you go to school for this? Did you have to get it?
I have a degree. Yeah, I have a degree. I have 3 specialists in special education.
Okay.
So I've worked for 42 years with the Toronto District School Board, and yeah, but it's a totally different situation now. I wouldn't advise anybody to go into it.
And what's your name?
It's Hannah.
Hannah. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah, so you own your own business?
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of business do you do?
It's a cafe.
Oh, that's nice. So what's the name of your cafe?
Zaza Espresso Bar and Gelato.
Did you hear that? Go check it out, okay?
Here in Yorkville.
Oh, yeah? Right here?
We're at 162 Cumberland. My business partner actually has that one. I run it for him.
Okay.
And then I own a couple with him as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, how much typically as an entrepreneur do you think someone can make? Would you, like for you in specific, 6, 7 figures?
It depends on how dedicated you are, how much you want to work. I always say an entrepreneur will work 100 hours for themselves so they don't work 40 hours for somebody else.
Right. Okay. And for someone who wants to own a cafe like you, what advice would you give to them if they want to be successful like you?
Learn everything there is to know about your business and also the back end of your business. And what I mean by that is the marketing aspect of it, the business aspect of it, because a lot of times entrepreneurs get too busy working in their business as opposed to working on their business.
Right, exactly. And what's your name?
I'm Celia.
Celia, thank you so much.
Welcome.
We appreciate your time. Thank you. Take care.
Hi, do you mind telling us what you do for a living? For work?
What do I do for work? Work for a pharmaceutical company.
And you?
Logistics.
Oh, that's great. So for someone who is starting off in the industry, how much do you think they can make? 6, 7 figures?
If it's entry, I think it depends on if you're a PhD degree, probably. But if you're not, then I would say that's right. So it's in the farmer. So, yeah.
It depends on the industry. But for logistics, because it's a traditional like industry, I don't think for the entry level it's gonna be that high. Probably like for logistics about 40,000, something like that, for entry level. But I'm not sure for the other industries such as I don't think farmer.
Higher, but as I said, it's all degree depend.
I'm not sure about the IT.
Or maybe
right
IT,
now.
yeah, that's also
Or
possible.
maybe financial. I don't know.
So for the younger generations who want to be as successful as you or in your field, what advice would you give them?
I guess get higher degree if you could, and then explore more kind of skills.
Opportunities and keep learning. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
Hi, do you mind telling us what you guys do for a living?
I'm a marketing director.
Oh, that's amazing. You?
I'm a law student.
Okay. Okay, so in your fields, do you think you could make 6, 7 figures a year?
Yeah, with bonuses.
For someone starting off in your field, what advice would you give them to be successful like you right now?
Work hard, learn, and grow, because if you're not learning and you're not growing and you're not changing, as times change, you're just going to be stagnant and stuck.
Right. You?
Girl, I'm still figuring it out.
How much estimately do you think someone in your field and in your position can make as a personal trainer? Like 5, 6 figures? Yeah.
Depending on how you market yourself. And I mean, it's a new era. So if you're dialing on more social media connect, and you do it correctly, you can make a good sum. Definitely in the 6 figures. But you gotta be right, like social media savvy to the bone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so for the younger generations who are watching you, I want to be as successful as you are. What advice would you give them?
There's many different lanes you can take. You got to figure out what that genre is, whether it's post rehab or whatever you think is your alley. Once you get in that alley, you push as early and as effective as you can and explore all options. There's so many handle on. I talked about social media earlier. You always have to go back to that and plugging everything in that resource as best as you can from all the different platforms. And I mean everything.
So do you have a passion for what you do?
I do. I love what I do. Helping people feel better, see the gratitude on their faces, the small little note they left me in my DM. That's what money's not everything, but that's definitely makes my day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our audience, what is your Instagram if they want to check you out?
Check out it at a.list_. So a.list_. All right?
And your name?
Al. Or Alva Robinson, if you want to get more.
Thank you so much, Al, for your time.
Enjoy.
Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully you learned a thing or two on how to be successful. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell us if you like the video so we can make more content like this.
We met, people who said they are successful, making 5, 6, 7 figures. We met entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, personal trainers. So like I said, follow your passion. You can be successful from anything that you love to do, and you can be successful from your passion. So you don't always have to get a college degree, but there are so many opportunities out there. And until next time, we love you and we'll see you again. Thank you.